Want more from BingBongBoom? Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you get notified every time we launch a brand new video.
Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be going through a massive guide on Road to Grambys. This will cover everything what you need to know about Road to Grambys. So yeah, just so we start guys, please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you all so much for 3.5 thousand subscribers. That is absolutely insane. And let's get right on with this video. So I'm going to go start off with a VIP kind of tutorial. So if you don't know, Road to Grambys has VIP servers. If you want to create a VIP server, all you have to do is just go into servers here, and as you can see, you have a nice long list of lots of servers. So if you don't know how to make a VIP server, I'm gonna go delete mine and then I'm gonna go recreate it, and yeah, I'll show you how. Okay, so it turns out you can't actually delete VIP servers, so I've just gone and created a quick alt account here, so then I can show you how. So, first of all, what you want to do, you want to go into servers here, then you want to press create private server. It's that simple. Once you've done that, you just give it a name. We're going to name it test, and we're going to go press get now. Road to Grambys private servers are free. You do not need Robux to buy them at all. Look at this, it says your banks after this transaction will be 0 Robux, and on this account, if I move it up here, I have 0 Robux, so doesn't matter. Get now. Nice and simple. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go configure, and this is where you can just, well, use all the VIP settings. So friends allowed, I'll turn it on. I don't actually have any friends. And you can also generate a private server link, and as you can see, it will come up with all of that stuff there. But let's go back to private servers up here, and we're gonna see test, and it's on my alt account here. Pretty simple. We're gonna go press join, and yeah, let's go and load into the server. Oh, gotta open Roblox. There we go. Alright, let's go get in a server. So, I know lots of people have been having this issue where it does take a little bit for the tool gun to be on the screen. Do not worry, that's just the game loading. Don't need to worry about it. Yeah, all you have to do, just press start. It doesn't really matter if that isn't loading. And then it might come up with this. Don't worry, just tool gun. It just means the game's loading. And as you can see, look at that. We are in the game. So now you are in your own private server. This means you're going to have settings on it as well. So if you press F, you're going to have your phone here. So we'll go through the VIP settings first. This is exclusive to VIP servers. So when you press on it, it's going to come up with this stuff here. So this top bar here controls the time and day. And then if you press this button here, the X, if there's an X in here, it means the time is locked. The sun or moon will not move, which is quite a good thing. This thing here controls gravity. So if it goes down to this end, you float. If it goes down to this end, you can barely even jump. I recommend just keeping that in the middle. Now then, on to the more important parts of the VIP settings. These 4 options here. Despawning is if you have too many parts in the world, the server will delete parts. Let's say you're making a build, I always recommend for this to be off. But if you and your friends are going to go muck about in a server or something like that, make sure you have it on. If not, it might crash your game. Player damage, if you're going to do anything dangerous and you don't really want to die, just switch it off. Doesn't matter all too much. Yeah. Explosions, same thing. Let's say, I don't know, a random guy joins your server. They're spawning in grenades and they're about to blow everything up. Oh no. All you have to do, switch explosions off, and it will just turn into confetti. We'll do it with these two as well, and we'll get a couple confetti here. As you can see, nothing to worry about. But if I turn explosions on and a grenade comes down and the pin comes out, then uh-oh, it's not going to be good. Let's just say that, as you can see. So yeah, custom creations, pretty simple. You won't be able to spawn any of the stuff in your creations. I don't actually have anything here because I am on an alt account, so it doesn't really affect me, but just make sure you have it off if you are like in a big game or you're hosting something on Road to Grambys and you don't want people spawning stuff in. Just be aware though, if custom creations are off, you can still use share codes. If you do want some share codes, be sure to check the description. We have a Google Sites down there where you can go get some codes and everything like that. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna go and conclude everything to do with the VIP part. Right then, on to the next one. This shop icon here is just Gamepasses. If you want one, the best one I'd say is wiring stuff. You get a lot of stuff. I really should go on my main account for this, but you'll get a lot of stuff. I'll go cover them all a little bit later though. If you do want to see when that is later, there's timestamps down below in the description. Anyway, carrying on. This button here, you can buy WODs. You don't really need to buy WODs if you're only going to play creative mode. That's what a VIP server is. You can spawn anything in, so you don't really need it. It's fun for flexing, I guess, but honestly don't really need WODs. This Frickler icon here will show you all the players in the game. Let's say I do have a player, you'll be able to press on them and you'll be able to teleport to them. I'll do that a little bit later. And of course the builds here will just when you'll be able to save a build. So let's say I want to save these parts, so I'm going to go pop them together. So to save the build, first of all, what you want to do, you're going to want to spawn in a tool gun, or we'll just go get it over there. I'll do spawning a little bit later. So we have our tool gun here. We press Shift Q or Shift E. Oh wait, no, Shift Q, whatever hand it's in. So if it's in your left hand, you press Shift Q. If it's in your right hand, you're going to press Shift E. We're going to click on the save option. We're going to press the X, and then we're going to press E on our parts. If it doesn't come up the first time, just press it again. It might just be a bug. Then we're going to, oh, what have we done here? I want to press that. Then what you want to do, you want to save it as new creation. I'm going to send it as, save it as block, save creation. And now, when I pull up my phone and I go to the hammer, I can have my creation here. If you want to use your share codes, all you have to do is go click on it, Control A, and then you want to press Control C, and then you're going to press this back one, and you're going to go here and press Control V, and then I'm going to press Enter, and look at that, falls down from the sky, and it is an exact replica. So yeah, that's saving and the bits in the phone menu. Now then, let's say you've made a bit of a mess. Like I have a little bit of a mess over here. What you want to do to clear all the items in the world, make sure you have saved your builds and everything like that just before you do it. What do you want to do is press F, VIP, and press this little purple thing here. And as you can see, everything in the world is deleted. This will include anything like really far away, just anything will go. So just be aware, be careful when you're clearing everything. Also guys, if you are playing with friends, make sure you get them to save their builds first, because not sure if they're going to be too happy if you clear their build, because they might put a lot of hard work into it, so just be aware. Now then, let's say you are in a VIP server, you want to go spawn some stuff in. All you have to do is press Z and this menu will come up. There you can see all the commands down here as well. I'll move my screen a little bit, there you go. You can see all the commands there, so do not worry if you forget it. It's going to be in the corner. Do not worry about it. Now then, let's go spawn in a couple googies. As you can see, they spawn directly in front of you. They don't fall down from the sky or anything like that. We can go pop our googies together. And what you can do, if you press Z again, you can see a little underbar of everything what I've spawned. So I've spawned in some grenades, some ramps, parts, and googie. It's really that simple. That's all you have to do. Okay, now then, let's get on to guns and PvP. So we're going to go start off with this gun here. When you are in a survival server, you're going to spawn in with just the normal gun. All you have to do, you'll probably have a magazine in it, but if it is empty, you can get these things called magazines. Now, if you grab one of these, like I'm going to go grab this one here, you'll see a little red bubble here. If you just click, as you can see, the mag has been loaded. So then, with the hand you're in, if it's in your left hand, you're going to press Q to shoot. And if it's in your right hand, you're going to press E to shoot. So then, when you shoot, it's going to lose 1 tooth on a player. As you can see, healths are made out of teeth. So I have my teeth down here. If you don't have any game passes, you'll spawn in with 3 teeth. If you do have a game pass, you'll spawn in with 10 teeth. If I spawn in some teeth here, as you can see, you can press E or Q and you can begin to eat them. And as you can see on the bottom of my screen, my health has now gone up. So the pistol, very good gun. No actual like loading time. You can just spam click it, and it is extremely accurate. Once you have run out of ammo, the mag will just drop down, and as you can see, there will be a 0, and that means 0 bullets remaining. Now then, let's move on to some of the other guns. We'll go into the shotgun here. We'll just load that up, and as you can see, the red bubble, load it up, and now we use the sign as a little target, and as you can see, it shoots multiple, and if I shoot up in the sky, it all spreads out in multiple directions. And if I shoot again when it's not loaded, as you can see, it's ran out of ammo. And we'll get on to the final gun, which actually does need ammo. The machine gun, or the Uzi, very spreads a lot but extremely fast firing, uses up ammo quite quickly, but yeah. So each gun does do about the same amount of damage, but with the guns though, they have different spread and everything like that. So if you're using a shotgun and 4 bullets of the shotgun hits you, then you're going to go down 4 teeth. If you get shot by 1 bullet from a pistol, you'll go down 1 tooth. If you're shot by a Uzi, you're going to go down 1 tooth. So each actual bolt of a bullet will do 1 tooth of damage. So then, we'll get on to the final gun here, the mounted gun. This gun has infinite ammo, spreads a lot though. It has so much like spread. As you can see, bullets are going all over the place when I'm aiming like directly in front of me. It's also a proper item, so you won't actually be able to aim with the middle cursor, but even then, as you can see, it's still going all over the place. But it is very effective. In fact, like, you know, it doesn't actually need any ammo at all. And finally, this is the final gun here, the RPG. It uses rockets. So what you want to do, you want to pick up a rocket, and as you can see, there'll be a little bubble at the end of the RPG. You pop it in, and as you can see, we now have a loaded RPG. And let's aim it at the house. So you can't actually aim with the cursor, you have to aim it with the actual RPG itself. So I'm going to try to aim it up here, and as you can see, I'm going to fire, and kapow, big explosion. So the explosions are like grenades where they light stuff on fire. So if I were to try shoot it at this like bunch of googies here, we'll try aim it like, oh no, I missed. We'll try again, and we'll try hit the googies. Oh no, it hit the ground. Basically, you have to make sure it actually hits into your target. I'm really not good at aiming these. I'm going to make a massive pile of googies, then I won't be able to miss it. It will light stuff on fire. So let me go spawn in a ton of googies here, and then we'll just spread them all about and just knock over the tower and stuff like that. There we go. That should be plenty of stuff. We'll grab our rocket, and then we'll fire away. Nope, did not want to explode, but they do light on fire and everything like that. I'll just spawn in a rocket, because you can use the rockets by hand, and as you can see, big explosion, they light on fire. And yeah, that's pretty much going to conclude all of the guns. Now let's go on to a couple tips. Okay, so if you did not know, you can use a fuel tank and a canister. If you were to shoot them with a bullet, they will explode. So we'll put a fuel tank here, and as you can see, when I shoot it, massive explosion. These can also be kind of in chains. By that I mean, if I had to spawn in multiple fuel tanks or something like that, so I'll grab a fuel tank or so here. If I were to shoot all of these at once, they'll blow each other up, which is pretty cool. It's the exact same for canisters here. If I shoot it, it'll blow up. It also has a massive, quite a bigger explosion kind of area. I'll spawn in a couple canisters, and as you can see, blows up. Pretty insane. How many bullets? If you want to check out... Oh wait, do I have bullets in here? Yes, if you want to check if you do have bullets, it's really hard. But, nope, it won't allow me. I'm just going to hope that we have enough. But, if you were to shoot a rocket, Oh wait, I am out of ammo. Alright, okay, let me go spawn in a mag, and there we go. Alright. Oh, wait. It's rolling about. There we go. So if I were to shoot a rocket, not exploding. If I were to shoot at a grenade, it's not going to explode. These do not explode, so don't use them if you're going to be in combat. Instead, use either a canister or a fuel tank. That's what I'm going to recommend for explosions. Some of the other cool stuff what you can do, you can make nukes out of them and everything like that. One of the coolest part about VIP servers is that you can fly. If you have a look in the left hand kind of corner bottom area, you'll be able to see if you press C, you can fly. This is absolutely amazing. It is so cool. One of the other things what you can also do, you press X, you can go into third person, have a look about, and you can also just fly about like this. One of the other things what you can do is just press R, and look at that, we're a ragdoll. It is very cool. So then, let's move on to game passes. If you want to get to the game pass, all you have to do is you'll spawn here. All you have to do is just walk around the car and you'll be heading down here. This is where most of the game passes are based. In fact, all of them bar one. So let's get on to the first one, wiring. You are given so much stuff in this one. In my opinion, this one is probably the one which is worth it the most. You are given splitters, remote buttons, connectors, switches, anchors, thrusters, fuel cans, and most importantly, banjo. It's pretty awesome. You can just get so much stuff from it. I probably didn't even list some of the stuff. You can make so much stuff. It is so good for survival servers, but if you are more of a combat person, this side is more for you. Here you have RPGs and shotgun. This is one game pass, so I think this one's probably going to be the best combat one, especially because you get the rockets. These are so good. Rockets and thrusters are very good. If you didn't know, thrusters use fuel to be powered. Rockets have the same power as a thruster, but they don't need fuel. However, if they crash into something, they explode. That's just a minor letdown. But yeah, so just keep that in mind when you are using this stuff. Also, you get this stuff for free in the basement. A leg on a stick. It's pretty awesome. You can just walk about with your leg like a staff. But yeah, let's not get too distracted here. You'll for a different game pass, you'll get a briefcase with a pistol in it, as well as 2 fully loaded Uzis. You don't even need to load these things. You just get them loaded for you. So if there's someone outside your base trying to attack you, you just whip out the Uzis and absolutely destroy them. You also get a loaded pistol in here, which is also pretty awesome. So yeah, that's the game passes pretty much. And yeah, let's move on to another one. So then there is one more game pass. This is the extra teeth game pass. As you can see in my mouth here, I have lots more teeth and I have lots more health. This game pass, basically all it does is just give you extra teeth, meaning you get extra health. So it is quite good when you are in combat. But yeah, that's all the game passes, and let's go on to wiring. So then you can get lots of different kind of wires. So I'm going to start off with a button. It is pretty simple. When you hold it down, it's going to go into like this reflected color on here. So if I were to put a light here and I were to hold the button down, it will turn on. If I just press it, it will go on and off. Now, if you want this to stay on, you can use something called a switch. It's basically like a button, but instead oh, it's the wrong way around. Just need to pop that up. But basically, you just switch it once and it will stay on for you instead of you just having to hold it down. Now then, carrying on, splitters. If you want multiple stuff to be powered at once, let's say I want 4 lights to go on and I'm going to have it on a switch. All I have to do is grab the splitter. I want to pop it on top of the end of this button. Then I'm going to spawn in 3 more lights. So, light and 1, 2, 3. Spawn these in, and I'm going to go pop these all on the top of here. Now if I were to switch this, the switch sends power into here, which is sending power into the splitter, which sends power to all 4 of these lights. Now there is some other stuff what you can use. Input sensors, they're one of the best things going. If I were to make a little platform out of parts here, So quickly go and pop all of these down, and I have an extra one here. I'll spawn in one more. There we go. And we'll go pop that there. We'll put an input sensor there, and we'll have it L, and we'll spawn in another one. Actually, wait, we'll have E, and we'll have Q. Okay, so I have these two things here, and they're connected. Then I'm gonna grab two lights, and then if I were to grab a seat, so basically, when I'm sat in the seat, if I press E, well, this one lights up, and if I press Q, this one lights up. Why are they bugged? Wait, what? They're really, what's going on? Oh, wait, never mind. When I press Q, I was just getting them the wrong way around. So when I press Q, this light turns on. When I press E, this light turns on. So at the moment, I am holding these. But if I were to quickly pop these lights back here, and let's say I want to press E, and these lights over here will turn on, all I have to do is put my switch there. And now every time I press E, them lights will turn on. It will not work if your seat's like over here and you're sat in it. That it doesn't work. It has to be connected to the build. So the seat actually has to be on something which connects over to the sensor. Just like that. It is that simple. Now, let's say I'm really far away. Let me just move this quite far away. And like I need this to reach right the way over here. You can get extenders using a thing called just wire. You just need these, and then if I were to pull it, the other end will come. So I press that there, and let's say it still will not reach. I can get another wire, and I can put it here, and then, oh no, it's still not going to reach. I just need to get one more wire, and then I can put the splitter on that. And then, if I were to sit right the way over here, look at that, it still turns on. Alternatively, what you could do, you could leave that there, take this off, and you could use something called a remote button. Now, a remote button has infinite range. You can go as far away as you want. As you can see, it will not move at all. So, what I could do, I could put the remote button on the end of here, and I could grab this bit here. I can put the splitter on the end of it here. No wires involved, so it'll look very clean, and when I press E, lights still turn on. It is very useful. So that is some of the basic kind of wiring. Now, let's go get on to gates. So then, gates might actually seem quite complex, but they are really simple. So here is an OR gate. So if this one's on, the light will turn on, or if this one's on, the light will turn on. If they're both on, the light will stay on. So it doesn't matter. So if one of them are on, the light will show up. However, on an AND gate, if this is on, it's not going to show up. If this is on, it's not going to show up. But if you have both of them on, so this and this, the light's going to turn on. So you need both parties to power it on. Finally, a NOT gate. If this switch is off, then the light goes on. If the switch is off, then the light goes off. So it does the opposite. So if this is on, that's off. If this is off, that's on. So really simple. That are gates. Now then, let's move on to cameras and TV. Okay then, so let's start off with cameras. Cameras, really simple. You just press Q and E, and as you can see, I am now in the view of the camera. So you might have realized when I was using showing the teeth game pass, I was actually using a camera for it. They are very useful. If you press Control, you can zoom in. You can also do it when you are in your normal character. Now, you're stuck in your camera. You can't get out. All you have to do, press X, and look at that. You're back to normal. So you can zoom in there with your normal character, and you can also do it with the cameras. Now then, let's get on to the TV. So, in an area over there, I have some recorders all set up. So, when I open up the TV, as you can see, it shows up with a live recording of what is going on. So, if I were to grab this remote button, I was to press this, as you can see, that goes up and down, and it's a little bit delayed, but as you can see, it'd be really cool for CCTV systems and stuff like that if you were to make it in the game. So that's going up and down, and you can see it's doing the exact same thing over there. So that is really cool. And I have a couple cameras set up in here, so I can switch to this other one, and that's the kind of basement over there, and just the floor again. So let's actually head over there and I'll show you what is going on. So that was the first camera there, then that was the second one, and that was the third one. Basically how I got them into that order was spawning them. So I spawned in 3 cameras. I spawned in this one first, I spawned in that one second, and I spawned that one in third. Yeah, that's pretty much all I did. And if you guys didn't actually know, pistons can power stuff. So when this goes up, the light will turn off because the electricity will go through the piston and switch off. But when I pull this down, oh wait, and then I go back up, there you go, and it will turn back on. So yeah, really cool. Pistons, very useful. Just one thing when you are using the pistons though, when you do grab them, you cannot put stuff down on the blue side. Like, you can't actually click it down. Instead, you must make sure you've grabbed the red side if you're having struggles. Just press R, you'll flop on the floor, grab the red side, press space. Oh, you may glitch a little bit. If you do, just press C and fly. Pop that on, switch, and it goes up and down. Really cool. Okay, so if you're in a server and your car is not working, you want to check some of the stuff here. So you can head over here and you can check your car needs a potato engine and a fish engine to start. If your car's flipped over, if you activate this here, right next to the steering wheel, it will just pop it back to normal. So, as you can see, my car engine, absolutely nothing in it. So, what are you going to use? You're going to use a fish bowl. You're going to want to spawn it in a potato engine. Oh, can't spell today. You either want a gold potato engine or you want a golden potato engine. Don't really matter. Golden potato engine makes it go faster. Potato engine isn't as fast. And you want a spring. You want some spring juice. Basically, it's going to add suspension to your car. So you want to put the spring juice there on the side. You're going to want to put the fish bowl there. And let's treat ourselves. Let's add a potato engine on in. And then our car's going to pop up. As you can see, it has spring. So you can actually add more spring to it as well. What you can do, you can use your canister and you can fuel it up. And as you can see, we got a lot of suspension. If your car still isn't working, if you head around the side here, there is a gas cap. Press Q to open it and you'll be able to see the fuel of your car. If that is 0, you want to grab your canister and then you just want to hold Q or E, depending on what hand it is, in here. So some of the other things which may make it bug, if you press Control, so you'll zoom in like this and click, that might actually also help it. If you do Control and click on the driver's seat here, it will basically just claim the car, allowing you to drive it. So just be wary of other players. If they control and click your car, you will not be able to drive it. And vice versa, you can go and rob other people's cars. Now then, let's get on to showing you the tool gun. Okay, so I've just put together some connectors and sticks in a line here. Now, I'm going to show you rotation. So, as you can see, if you press Shift Q or Shift E, it will come up with this menu here. If you use the scroll wheel or just click on this here and go down, you'll come up with rotate X, rotate Y, and rotate Z. So, you can click on any of these. So, I'm going to start off with rotate X. And as you can see, my tool gun has turned green and it now says rotate X. So, if I press Q, as you can see, I can actually rotate this thing around here. If you do struggle with this, do not worry. You can just press, you can just fiddle around with them with X, Y, and Z. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to make this into a little bit of a circle here. And as you can see, I've got like a bit of a like semicircle, I guess, here. So, Y, you can go in basically every angle. So as you can see, this spins it around. Like if I were to do it here, like makes it a little bit wibbly wobbly. And if I were to do it with Z, it will just change it over to another angle. The best way to actually learn this is just trial and error. That's how I learned it. It was the best way probably. It's probably going to be so much easier than following this tutorial. And for some of the stuff what I am doing here, make sure you go into a game and try it yourself, because you'll be able to learn it much easier. So then, now we're going to go move on to servos. Servos and simulator servos are the exact same thing, just one has more physics stuff. So we're going to be using a normal servo here. This works the exact same way a normal simulated server does, so you don't even need to worry about it. So, as you can see, I have a server here. Each side is connected to a button. And now what we're going to do, we're going to go Shift E or Shift Q. When we're in here, it's going to come up with this stuff. Now, I'd recommend keeping the speed the same size unless you want to make anything which involves it to go quicker. Now, I'm going to leave my one on rest, and I'm also going to add a 90 degrees limit angle. You can set the limit angle using this bar down here. So I'm going to set it right to the middle at 90 degrees, and then I'm going to enable it. If I were to have this off, it will still just spin around forever. So I'm going to enable it like this. Now, to know if it's working, I'm going to pop Gramby on the servo, and then I'm just going to hold this down. And as you can see, Gramby can only rotate 90 degrees in either direction. Then, when I let go, Gramby's going to move to its original place because I have rest on. Now, if I were to take rest off, as you can see, Gramby will just stay there. It's just going to stay in that position. And if I were to take the limit angle off, then Gramby will just keep on spinning around and around forever. So, yeah, that's basically servos explained, really. They're pretty simple. Okay then, carrying on. Lots of random items in this game. Some of them useful, some of them less useful. So let's start off with this side here. The joust. Now, this can stab players and ragdoll them. So we're just going to practice from like jumping into the wall. And as you can see, it will stick in the wall. I won't be able to get out. Now, once you're stuck like that, what you have to do is press E or Q. Q for left hand, E for right hand. And as you can see, it will just come loose again. And yeah, as you can see, pretty simple. And yeah, that's the joust in a nutshell. So the only good thing about a poop is that, well, it's a poop. What can I say? Pretty awesome. Now onto the bouncy ball. Extremely bouncy. Oh no, Googie. Oh no. I'm sure Googie will be fine. But yeah, it's just really bouncy, really cool. And I did a video where I like used it instead of wheels. So be sure to check that out. It was like one of my first ever Road to Grambys videos, something like that. But, yeah, carrying on. Bowling Boy is the exact opposite of a bouncy ball. It's extremely heavy. You can barely even jump with it. And, yeah, it's very, very hard to use. Riot Shield is bulletproof. So, if you're getting shot at, you can just, like, sit down with your Riot Shield or something like that. And just try tank on the bullets. Also, a quick note on that. Just be aware if you're going to fight people with joust. Sometimes it can actually stick through, so just be a bit wary on that. Oh no, I've just stabbed myself. Whoops. Okay, so carrying with some of the other items here. You have some musical items. You have a guitar, banjo, drums, trumpet, and there's one other. If you press P, it comes up with a whole piano, and you can actually play it. Like if you were to have your Roblox audio on, you'll be able to hear it and everything like that. Now, onto the lock. So, if I had to grab this and I was like to put it here and press Q or E, no one else bar me can now grab this. Everyone else will not be able to get this, alright? So, I can keep my Googie Shrine all safe and no one will be able to rob it. Carrying on, plungers. I love these things. They are pretty awesome. You can just stick onto walls and stuff like that. They're like the joust, but less deadly, basically, which is very, very nice. Now then, onto this stuff here. Leaf blower, pretty insane. Moves a lot of stuff about. Can fling items. Not doing all too good a job. I'll go up here and I'll just spawn in a couple parts. Oh, parts. There we go. And as you can see, parts do move away. So yeah, you can also use it for like particle trails, effects, and just stuff like that. Carrying on, wards, you'd be able to press Q and E on them, but I'm in a public server. No, not public, private server. So I can't actually claim it. Your wards will be added to your overall ward amount up here. Trowel, it doesn't really do much. Yeah. Now, balloons. We'll do the shopping cart last. Balloons, they are really, really cool. They can allow stuff to float. Now, I know you might be thinking, BingBongBoom, they're not really floating you right now. But if you press Q or E, whatever hand they're in, they do float you a lot. They're really, really cool like that. which they'll really float sometimes, or they just won't really float at all. So yeah, that's really cool about them. Shopping cart, it's basically a custom chassis. It's like the car, but you can pop wheels on it and everything like that. So it's pretty simple and pretty awesome. Anyway guys, that's probably gonna go wrap up this tutorial here. It's been quite a long one. I tried to cover as many things as I can. If I didn't cover something, be sure to go through my videos, and even if it's still not there, leave a comment. I'm going to try to reply to as many comments as I can. And yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Shout out to our channel members, and yeah, list of them on the screen now. What side should we go? Let's go over here. Alright, channel members, there. Shout out to you guys. Thank you very much for becoming a channel member. You guys are absolutely fantastic. And yeah, that's probably gonna go wrap up this video. If you are new here, please sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Also, it's gonna be Codemus for the next month. So codes out every single day. So be sure to subscribe for notifications so you guys know when our new videos are out. Alright, then that's probably gonna wrap it up, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.